Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where we are continuing on with the restoration of the 78 El Camino SS. Just finished up putting in the engine. Last few videos are pulling the engine out of the 77 Malibu donor car, taking the old engine out. Little anemic 145 horsepower 2-barrel slug. And we got this one that was rebuilt a while back, but got an Edelbrock intake, Edelbrock 4-barrel, put on some cheap $100 eBay headers. We're fixing to do the dual exhaust after I coat the floor with Pour 15 and put in new rear floor pans. And check out the rest. I don't know, I may have to buy front ones, but I'm not sure yet. We haven't got that far yet. We just wrapped up the motor. I put on all the factory AC stuff, new belts, but we don't know if it's going to work. Didn't have any charge in it. But anyway, it's complete now. Now it's just open headers. I don't have no exhaust system but headers on it. Okay, so we're going to jack up the car, put it on jack stands, start taking out the interior, and I think we're going to start on the floor pans on this video, but it may change. May change here, but for now we're going to wrap up some little stuff. Okay, got a new steering wheel right here. I got a black one with it came with this cap, black, but I got the SS chrome one. Okay, then the installation kit and all that. 2 sets of instructions there and there. But I put on a few of them before if you haven't seen the videos. What I do, the 76 El Camino, the 72 Nova, put them on there. So I tore all this apart to change the ignition switch over since it was jammed up. So this is just sitting on there. We'll pull that back off. It's too far gone to be restored, I think. This it's cracked there. It's got a bunch of little stress cracks in here. Can it be fixed? A few people said it can be, but am I going to? No. If anybody wants to buy it. Plus it's, you know, I think the other one's a couple inches smaller. So we got all this stuff here. Thought there was another piece. Anyway, I'm going to take this back off and put on the new steering wheel. We'll get that done. And then we'll get on with the main part of the video, which is probably the floors, and taking out the interior. But I'm waiting on the seat covers mainly. So that's going to be a video in itself. It's putting on new seat covers, tearing these apart. But they haven't shown up yet. They said 3 to 5 day delivery. Well, it's been 12, and they're still not shown up yet. I need to email them and ask them what's up. We got that. Then or the rear floor pans, which I'll show here in a little while. But let me get the steering wheel on, and we'll get that wrapped up, and then we're going to jack up the car, put it on 4 jack stands, get it up in the air. I'll show you the floors a little bit better. We got a pour 15 all underneath there before I do and fix the rear floors before I do the exhaust. So we got the X-pipe exhaust. That'll probably be another video in itself too. This is a $160 set from eBay. Got the mufflers coming today. So we got a little deal going on with the mufflers. I'll show you later. But yeah, that'll probably be another video coming up. Okay, so let me get that steering wheel on, and we'll get her jacked up in the air, and we'll check it out underneath. So I'll be back. Okay guys, next day. 100 degree temperature is supposed to be over, and it's dipping down to 95 next 2 days. Then after that, it's supposed to be in the 80s. So we'll see. Okay, there's the steering wheel. The problem is it's actually off. See, the wheels are turned a little bit, but it's the only way it hooks up with that horn wire deal in there, because steering wheel's got a hole for it, the thing behind it's got a hole for it, and there's no way of putting it wherever you want. So I don't know. Anyway, horn blows. Okay, yeah, I got this extra cap. I got a plain black one too, but I think that looks okay. So yeah, anyway, that's it. If you want more detailed on how to do it and everything, I got a couple other videos. Just go to my videos and put in the search box Grant steering wheel installation or something like that. Just put in Grant and a couple of them come up. Okay, so we're gonna jack this up and get underneath and start scraping that floor, cleaning up underneath there. So I'll be back when I get her up on stands, and we'll check out underneath. Okay guys, we're underneath the car. Okay, this header here, this is the vent, gas vent going to the tank. That was touching here, right where my finger's at. I had to bend that out and up, so it's, you know, about 1 inch away from the header. Same with this bottom brake line. Get over here. Right here was touching the header, so I bent that down out of the way. I do have some header wrap, which I'm gonna wrap around here just for a little extra insurance. And there's the other header, which is very close to the floor. I'm fixing to bolt the collectors on there, make sure they fit. And no transmission leak. I haven't wiped anything off. So I don't know what that was before. So it doesn't leak here. After a few more starts and stuff like that, go ahead and put that cover back on. And then we're going to scrape off all this grime and take some 80 grit, sand all this rust. And we're going to pour 15 all that. And how good you can see that. All this floor here. See, there's little rust spots. I don't know if I want to replace that or just fiberglass it from the top when we pull the seats. But yeah, the exhaust will be coming out here. Anyway, I think this side over here is good. Driver's side is good. It's just this back. These are the new pieces I have here for the back, which we'll be doing a little bit later. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the collectors on there. Just make sure they're gonna fit. I think I'm gonna wrap this with header wrap after the exhaust is completely done. That way I can kind of wrap around here too. But, and then here's the other. Of course, this side comes out different, but that's okay. So you need them on there, and then you make your exhaust pipes, weld them onto this, and then you can unbolt them, take it down, weld it all up, and then just bolt it on there. Bolt your exhaust system on. So, okay, so what I'm doing is I'm cleaning up all this, just taking some old junk 80 grit. That's why I always say save your sandpaper. And just scuffing down, scraping the crud off. You know, we already done the top where the engine went in, and we're just gonna do the bottom, and that's all I'm doing is just scuffing it up like that. We're not doing a concourse restoration and having it acid dipped and media blasted and all that. We're just gonna make it look decent. This ain't one of them, you know, $100,000 cars or nothing. So we're just gonna scuff it, pour 15 all this. We'll do the outside here later on. We'll get the wheel off and clean all that up. I just got the new front shocks. So now I got the front shocks, rear air shocks. Okay, so that's how we're just scuffing it there, and we're gonna work our way up to the floor, do the same thing to the floor as this, and just work our way back. We're not gonna go all the way back for now. We're just gonna go back to the rear floorboards because the exhaust is gonna come out before the rear tires. So I don't know, we may set up the exhaust and see how it looks and sounds. But yeah, it'll be a little bit of work getting all that together. So I'm still not sure what we're doing on this video, the exhaust or the welding and the floors. We can do the exhaust half, or you know, most of the way without putting the hangers up and all that. Just get it suspended up there, bolt it onto the collectors, and see how it sounds. And then we'll unbolt it, weld in the floors, then bolt the exhaust and put on the hangers and all that stuff. So anyway, that's all I'm doing under here, just kind of scuffing all this up. We're gonna pour 15 it, start up here, work our way back. We'll get areas on the front to do, and like I said, the spindles and coils and A-frames and all that we can do when the wheels are off. Same with the back. So, okay, that's all I'm doing under here. Now I'll be back. Okay guys, I guess this video is going to be about the exhaust. But you'll already know that because of the thumbnail. I just know it now. Okay, so we'll go over what I got. This is a X-pipe kit. I like these better. I don't really, I'm a believer in X-pipe instead of just straight dual exhaust. Instead of having, believer in the X-pipe or what is it called? Cross, connecting the two pipes together. So the X-pipe is the easiest way. cross flow, whatever. Okay, so this is the X-pipe kit for about 160 bucks. It used, you could get it for about 100, but I don't think they came with the curved pieces or something. Anyways, expecting more from this, but it'll work. Okay, then I bought, not going to use all these, probably use 2 hangers, but I just bought a, you know, in bulk. Okay, now the mufflers I use, see, I've already done this on the 69 Chevelle, the 78 Aspen. Didn't do it on the Nomad because they had side pipes. So what I use is the 1-chamber flat mufflers. But we got a situation here where I'm going to show you here in a little while. My black 77 Corvette. We'll go over it when I get it over here. Of course, I'll have to wash it and stuff. It's just filthy. But it's got the flat mufflers on it. I didn't do it. But anyway, I'll have to show you. But I bought these mufflers for the Corvette. So we're going to take the flat ones off the Corvette and put these on. Okay, these were about 70. These are 1-chamber also. And they're about 70 bucks for the pair. Yeah, the flat ones are about the same. They're about 35 bucks each. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Put them on the Corvette, take the ones out the Corvette, and use it for this. Okay, so I showed you where the collectors were. So we're just going to mock up this exhaust system, probably weld it all up, and then unbolt it from the collectors. So, no. I'm just going to lay this out, and then I'm going to put it in here off camera. See, them collectors are a little bit different. That's why you need some little extra pipe. These here are just for cutting. If you need a little section. Now I've got a box of stuff and plus old exhaust systems. You have to cut off some to fit the collector to the front there. Okay, so we'll just say that goes to the front, to the headers. Okay, then they give you all these clamps. I was expecting better clamps. And you clamp them. Like I said, I'll get that in a little bit better. Okay, so the rear, you can go. That's what I usually do. Rear there, then you put your mufflers on the back. There they go like that. See how tall? Need the flat ones. So, and then I just got a couple of pieces of pipe and just down. This will be pretty close to the rear end, and so I just had it so it flowed down, not straight down, like, so it didn't blow right on the rear end. But anyway, that's basically how it is there. Now, you could also, which is what we're going to try on the El Camino, is take this pipe and put it like that, or have the muffler. No, I'm not exactly sure how this goes. So this comes out. This comes out the side by the rear wheel. See what I mean? So that's what we'll experiment with. Oh. Something like that. But we'll set it up. I mean, this is for sure right here, and we're going to try to get it out the side. If not, we'll put it straight. So that's what you can do with an X-pipe kit. And like I said, these will push into here. I was going to do it on camera, but it's a little bit bent. Anyway, that pushes into there. Then you just put a clamp around it and tighten it up. Now, you could weld it if you wanted to, but this kit is actually made to all unbolt. But once you get this position where you want it, then you don't really got to unbolt it. You just unbolt it from the headers and pull the whole thing out. Okay, so that's what it is there. Let me get the Corvette, put some fresh gas in it, booster, start her up, and we'll bring her over here, and I'll show you the mess of the exhaust that's on there. It's we'll go over it here in a minute. I'll be back. Okay, guys. So you can hear it sounds pretty good. Okay, so maybe I better jack this up. Okay, hang on, I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, I'm not going to wash it up for you, but I think I got a video or two on this. I've had it for 8 or 9 years. I traded it to do a bunch of paint and body work. Anyway, it was supposed to have been in good shape. Some of it was, but it needed a ton of work. Spent 2 years off and on building this thing, getting it the way I want it. Okay, so one of the last things I found out. Okay, this is the spare tire cover. Okay, let's see if my spare still. Okay, this wasn't on there. Completely missing. Spare tire missing, all that. This deal here to hold it, the hardware, everything's missing. And then, since it was missing, they decided to put new dual exhaust on it. It's got headers on it. Then you can see the dual exhaust, and they did the factory. The Corvette goes through the cross member, got holes in there. But they did it without having this. This was gone. I don't know, they take it off, threw it in the trash or something. So they did the exhaust, came up here, and then these were pretty good mufflers. Of course, they were, see how they are now, they were flat, and they laid up in there. See, there's enough room without this on there for them to lay flat. So it looked pretty good. See here. But, so when I got this cover, I think my spare's flat already, but. So when I got this cover, it wouldn't fit. It was hitting the exhaust. I think it still is kind of right here. Well, not touching, but almost. And so these mufflers would no longer fit. So the only way I could get it working was to turn them like that. Now they're turning like that and they look stupid. Going down the road, coming up behind me, it looks dumb. So, and then I had to spread these apart so they wouldn't hit down there. So anyway, I'm trying to see the name of it. Pyrus Rapid Pro, Race Pro. I don't know, they sound pretty good. So anyway, yeah, it looks like I welded them up here. So we're gonna cut these off and use them. They were brand new, the whole exhaust system was, and we're gonna use these on the El Camino. Already got the tailpipe. And then we're gonna put those round ones on there, which I don't even know will fit. I think those round ones come out up here. So hell, they may not even. Anyway, we'll figure it out. And it's got two hangers here. Take them off and have to sawzall them off. So anyway, let me figure out, see if I can get those round ones on there. I'll be back. Okay guys, here's the muffler cut off, and I think that's, see how it's flat, kind of, not much wider than the pipe. So that's going to go on the El Camino. So I cut that muffler off there, and see how this round one will go there, and then it needs to go up in there. But of course, see, this is hitting the spare tire cover, so, and plus it needs to be tilted up so this gets up in there. So the only way I can do it is to cut this pipe off, shorten it up about 2 inches so it goes back and doesn't hit this, and then twist it so this sits up in there flush, and then weld this and that, and then put a new hanger up here, and it probably kind of needs a tip, you know, kind of like this. But I could always get that later. Okay, so I'll do that and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got one side done. Had to cut it there, take a couple inches out, get this farther back from the spare, and tilt it so the muffler goes up here. I can, you know, I can move it a little bit there and then up. I forget what they're called, little downspout tailpipe things. I kind of need a couple of them, I guess. You don't want the exhaust blowing right into the muffler. I know they sell them at O'Reilly's. I'll probably run down to O'Reilly's. I got to get some welding wire anyway, and then I'll put that where I want it and put a hanger up there. I may just wait till I get the tailpipe thing and then just weld this to it, or you know, I'm gonna do one right there. Okay, so you can see the difference here. When they put this exhaust system on, they didn't compensate for the spare tire carrier cover. So that's what I got to do with this, move it back, and you can see how I had to rig that muffler on there just to make it work. I could cut these off, but yeah, I could cut them off there, but I'll see what O'Reilly's has. Anyway, I'll be back. Hey guys, there's the two mufflers we're going to use off the El Camino. Okay, I got them both in there. Just need to get those little tailpipe deals and a couple of hangers. Okay, I'll be back. Sounds good. Okay, well that looks much better. Actually, that would sound pretty good on the El Camino, but... Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off. Put away the welder and stuff. And I'll be back. See what we can get done with this exhaust. Okay guys, I just rinsed it off. Yeah, that looks much better. O'Reilly's calls them turn downs. They're 10 bucks each. So yeah, that's one little job out of the way. Yeah, we'll get back to the El Camino exhaust here in a little while. It's getting late today, but see if I can wrap it up tomorrow. Okay, we'll see you later. Okay guys, it's the next morning. I kind of got it mocked up. Okay. Got pieces of wood here so it doesn't touch the cross member and the floor. I couldn't get it to come out the way I wanted to. I'd have to put the muffler here, but then the pipe would only come to the edge of the door right about here. So I didn't want that. So I'll have to go straight back the way I got it. And I want these mufflers past the floor. I put a little sleeve in here so I can move it back. Because we still got to replace this floor. But so yeah, the muffler, I'll just have it up. See, these can twist a little bit, but I got to concentrate up here first. As you can see, they don't line up to the headers. It's actually off. This pipe here is in, so that's why you got to kind of use a little pipe and cut it up. And then this one here is longer. Need a longer one, so I'm gonna probably cut up something like that and stick it in there, weld the hell out of it, because it's not gonna be, like I said, it's not gonna be flush from there to there, so you gotta kind of. But anyway, this is centered. Mufflers are centered at the right height. Now the car's jacked. I took my big jack out. I didn't put it back in on the rear end, so the rear end is lower on that side, but the muffler and pipes are even on both sides, so that's all that counts. The clamps that I got with the kit, 2 of them fit. The other 6 or 8 are too small. So I think they'll fit on this one, but they won't fit over top of these is where I need it. So they're useless. Okay, so let me hack up a little piece of pipe from here to here, weld that in, pipe over there, weld that in, and see, these I can kind of move like that where I want it. We want it, you know, something like that, but we can stick the pipe in there, tack it, and then stick and push it up into here. So I want to get that welded, and then work way down. Probably drop this just a hair more and tack that in there, and then twist these where I want it, and tack that in there, and then weld the muffler on there. And then we should just be able to unbolt these 3 bolts and pull the whole thing down, and then pull it out and weld it up solid, and then put it back in, and then we can we'll run it and see how it sounds. And then I'll have to get to 2 little downspouts, whatever the hell they're called, turn downs, for the back. So I'll get them at the back and have the exhaust turned down towards the ground. But anyway, that's about how it'll look. We'll get up here. It'll hang down a little bit, but really not that bad. This is the mufflers, a couple inches below the frame, but no big deal. I don't think it's going to hit or anything. Anyway, I'll be back when I get some more done. Okay guys, I got it all tacked in there. Got all the jack out of the way, the spacer wood and all that. The only thing holding it up is these 2 jack stands underneath the muffler. Yeah, so all that's going to hold it up is 2 hangers at the back. I'm going to run up to O'Reilly's and get a couple of more turn down deals, and we'll hang them up there with something, but probably not until we finish all the floor, because we can still move the whole thing down a little bit. We need to know where the back 2 floors are caved in, so until I get the new floors in, I don't know the exact, how much space we got. We want to leave about 1 inch or so, but the whole thing will move 1 inch or 2, so not too worried about it. Okay, so I'm gonna just get it all kind of tacked in there. Gonna unbolt it, pull the whole thing out, and re-weld everything just solid, and then we can stick it back in there and start it up, see how it sounds. So I'll be back. Okay guys, that's what it looks like out of the car. Okay, so I'm gonna weld those turn downs. Yeah, this wasn't completely even. I could tilt this whichever way. I should have tilted this one up a little bit higher, but it's all right. There's plenty of room for these mufflers. So anyway, that's how it looks, and basically, yeah, you can just unbolt your exhaust system. Just your header collector bolts, and then whatever you put on here, what I'll do is put a clamp on the turn downs, put a clamp with a hanger, and then you can just unbolt the hanger, pull it out. But anyway, yeah, we just got to weld it all up solid, just using my cheap Harbor Freight flux core welder. And yeah, if I didn't mention, those headers were only like $100 from eBay. I think they're just universal fit. They're not custom, fit or nothing. And I can't remember what I ordered them for. I didn't order them for the Chevelle because I already had new headers for that. But anyway, I ordered it for something I didn't use. And I think it was just for a Chevy small block. That's about all. Okay, so we're going to weld this up solid, mount it back in there. I'll run down, get a couple of turn downs, hangers, and we'll stick it on there, and hopefully it won't leak, and we'll see what she sounds like. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is, all welded up. I used one of them curved pieces that came with the kit for the down spouts there. Just cut it up instead of spending another 20 bucks. Okay, I just sprayed some silver. This stuff I bought for a project a while back. I don't know how long it'll last or whatever, but just put them over the welds. Welded it up a couple of times, so hopefully it's got all the pinholes out of it. One of these days I'll buy one of them little smoke tester things there and cover up the one side and put smoke in there, and smoke will come out the pinholes. So I guess I'll mount it up there and get a couple of hangers here for the back. Hopefully find a good spot to mount them to. I'm afraid it's going to be right into that floor, but then I'm going to replace. But if so, we'll just have to leave them off for now. But anyway, I'm going to mount it in there and we'll see what it sounds like. And I'll take it off the jack stands, roll it back, and we'll see how much clearance we got. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it in there. There's the hanger there. I'm probably gonna have to take them, well, I'm gonna take the exhaust system back out when I do the floors, but yeah, that's up behind the very rear of the cubby hole thing there. But anyway, that's all I got it. Just mounted to the headers and those two hangers there. Oh, looks pretty good. Sounds pretty good. I'll let you hear it here in just a minute. Let me get it just jacked down and we'll pull it out. Okay guys, it's off the jack stand. Yeah, I figure this ass end's going to be up a little bit higher. You put air shocks on it. But anyway, see how she sounds. Now it's sitting kind of low on this front header. I didn't realize that. That back muffler. Man, I don't like that. The other side's not like that. I kind of used that curved piece. I should have cut it more. See, this side on the front looks good. But anyway, I may cut that other one. See if I can get it up there. I don't know. For now, I'm just gonna leave it. Anyway, sounds pretty good. It's not too loud and it's not too, it's just about right. So yeah, if I can do it, any of you guys can do it too. $100 and something X-pipe kit. The mufflers, I think they were $72 shipped for the round ones that I put on the Corvette, but the flat ones are about the same price too. So, you know, you're looking at about 200 bucks, a little over 200 bucks, and a cheap welder, and you can do your whole exhaust system. Well, if you're adding headers, another $100 for headers. So yeah, it's pretty cheap. Probably way cheaper than bring it to an exhaust shop and have them do it. But anyway, that's another little job done. Like I said, I didn't realize that curve piece was too far down, but it may be all right. But well, okay guys, I think we're going to end the video on that. The seat covers from Eckler's, they never email me. Well, they email me every day, but it's for spam, bullshit, special deals, crap like that. You try to reply to one, and it just bounces back. So I didn't know how to get a hold of them. I finally went to the website, found another email, and say, hey, your website said 3 to 5 days delivery. It's been 14. What's up? Oh, sorry about that. We just contacted the manufacturer and they said on the 24th, which would be another 10 days, is when they'd ship it out. Then probably, 3 to 5 days after that. So you're looking at another 14 days. So basically 14 and 4, that's 28 days instead of the 3 to 5. They said, well, we can refund your money, but so I haven't replied yet whether I want a refund, but the problem is the price. Heckler's was cheap compared to, I think it was SS396.com. They wanted $495 plus shipping for the seat covers. And they were from the brand name, that PUI, I think. So Eckler's looked like the same, and it was $329 or something. It ended up being $365 with shipping, tax, and all that. So, $150 cheaper, $160 cheaper. So anyway, that's now also Eckler's. They had all the colors, 2 different blues, black, charcoal or silver, and they had the picture of it, of the colors, and they called this Palomino, and it looked like this. It was supposed to be called camel. So I'm hoping camel and Palomino are the same colors, or pretty damn close. It looked like it in the picture, but if I get it and it's like a real light tan or real light, I'm gonna be mad. I'll just probably send it back. But, well, can't really send it back. But, or I should have looked up Palomino on Google. But that's all they had. They didn't have an option for camel or any other brown color. That was it. Oh, they had a maroon, black, maroon, silver, two things of blue, and then the Palomino. So I had to cross my fingers twice, hoping that they're good quality stuff that's gonna fit, and then it's the right color. So anyway, guys, probably got another couple weeks before that comes up. So I think next video we're going to do the floors. We're going to take out the interior, probably order carpet. That carpet, if this was just a cheap car, yeah, the carpet could be cleaned and put back in. It's not bad, but I'm afraid if I try to pressure wash it, it'll probably fall apart. But anyway, we'll get it out of there, take the buckets, console, carpet, seat belts, all that stuff out, get that floor bare. Plus we got to pour 15 underneath. I still got some more to scrape underneath here. Pour 15 that. Anyway, that's all coming up, guys. So I think I'll end this video on the exhaust. Pretty happy with it, other than that front being a little bit low, but I'll see if I can, since it's all welded up, I may have to do a couple of different cuts. But that's all right. It has to come out again anyway. To do them floors and everything, gonna have to take all the exhaust out again, so I can re-weld it. Okay, So I think that's it, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you next video. Thanks everybody for watching.